Good morning. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my methods for getting better at running up mountains. And I'm going to do that as I go and run up a mountain. I just realized you can't actually see the mountain. I really like this part of the forest in here, this root system. So anyway, because uphill running is about strength, it means you need to go and do specific exercises that strain and fatigue those muscles that allow you to run uphill. Right, so last week I was out and I was trying to concentrate on stamina. I was trying to concentrate on just time on feet. I went out and I hiked 30 miles over 3 days while carrying a 10-kilogram backpack. Just that constant pounding for hours and hours on the feet, that helps build stamina and helps build just that long distance endurance. But it didn't really do anything for my hill climbing ability. So today is specifically about training that uphill ability. And normally the way this would be done is you go and do what's called repeats, hill repeats. You go, you'd find a hill, maybe, you know, a bit like this one here. You'd run up the hill as hard as you can go for a certain distance, or maybe about 30 seconds, and then you'd stop, you'd turn, and you walk back down, and then you'd repeat. And that's great, and it works really, really well. But I personally hate doing hill repeats when I'm on my own. I find it mind-numbingly boring, and it just feels like I'm not really making any physical progress here. I mean, I am in the sense I'm training, but I'm not going anywhere. I like my training to take me places. So what I like to do is find a route that has a mix of hills, that has some flat bits, and then I use the flash bits for a warm-up. And then every time I get to a climb, I ascend the climb in a series of 30-second sprints. So I'll sprint for 30 seconds until I feel like I'm about to die, and then I'll stop and I'll walk very slowly like this until I catch my breath, and then I'll do another 30 seconds and do that the entire way up the climb. So today we've got a 9.5 mile long route planned out. It starts with a fairly steady but not super steep climb before I get to stone staircase. That is a pretty steep, I think about 200 meter climb. So that'll be my first series of sprints. Then I've got about 3 miles kind of on the flat, skirting around the base of the mountains before I have to loop back. And then it's a 3 mile climb right up to around 750 meters. And the reason I'm currently walking is because this route starts immediately with a climb. And I'd like to get my muscles warmed up before I actually have to put that effort in and try running uphill. I could have done like a 15-minute jog on the flat, but again, psychologically, I hate not making progress. So a bit of a walk up a couple of first climbs. And the reason I'm doing all this is in build up to a mountain marathon, which is in, I think, about 12 weeks. So from now on, I need to be adding about sort of 15% to my mileage each week. Now, normally the rule of thumb is just to add 10%, but I'm an experienced runner. I know what I'm doing. And also I'm badly organized, so I didn't start this training quickly enough, so I'm gonna have to up my mileage slightly quicker than is ideal, but I think it'll be fine. And if it's not fine, you'll get to find out, because I'm documenting every week my long training runs and maybe a few things in between to that mountain marathon. So I'm gonna shut up now, put in a little bit more distance for this warm-up, and then we'll start the first series of very painful sprints. Here, we started here, we've climbed out the top of the forest. So this next section, it's a fairly steady run until we get to here, and then that's where the staircase starts. So nice and steady. I'm trying to, for this warm-up, I'm trying to keep my heart rate sort of still in the green here, around about between 150 and 155. Just wanting to save it for those climbs. This is a warm-up, just nice and steady, nice and easy warm-up. So this is a really good example of why you can't trust mountain forecasts. I checked the forecast this morning. It said the weather today was going to be clouds and sunshine with a very low chance of rain. If you read that, you would assume, well, I might not need a rain jacket, but actually, as soon as I got up over about 900 feet, we can't see it, but there's a fine mizzle falling on me. And as I go up, it's going to get heavier and heavier, and I'm going to get colder and colder. 17 degrees Celsius today. Shorts and t-shirt weather down there. By the time I get to the summit, I could have hats, gloves, and a buff on. So that's why I always carry a full set of kit, no matter what the weather. Will be scattered in the wind. How'd you like that fancy camera move? We put up with it for far too long. Some people change. Right, there it is, first climb. I mean, I say first climb, I've been climbing steadily for the last 43 minutes, but first steep climb. So, plan is simple. We're gonna stop for a couple of minutes, catch my breath, have a sip of my tailwind, and then run for 30 seconds, rest for 1 minute, run for 30 seconds, all the way to the top. Right. 30 seconds, all right. 60 seconds then. Off we go. And stop for 60. I'm gonna do this in sets of 4, so every 4 30 seconds. I'll then wait 3 minutes before I go again. Don't worry, I'm not gonna record every single one of these. And off we go. How you doing, mate? I'm actually, I think, gonna just walk this last bit. I feel actually horrible. I didn't take a proper rest at the bottom because there's people behind me. I kind of felt like couldn't stop, so I just kept going. Should have taken a proper rest. So I'm just gonna slow walk this in the next bit until I stop feeling like I'm gonna die. So my hydration and nutrition plan for this run is quite simple. I've got a bottle in here that has Tailwind in it. Tailwind is basically energy drink in a powdered form. Put an extra scoop in so it's slightly higher concentrate, and then I carry a water filter bottle, so I drink pure water and then a little bit of Tailwind. That way I'm not drinking the sports drink on its own. It's been diluted slightly. And I've got another sachet of Tailwind with me for when I finish that one. Breakfast this morning was half a granola bar. I always feel like I'm going to throw up first thing in the morning, especially when I have to get up early, so I can never eat very much. Yeah, which isn't ideal, but I've got a few snacks and things with me as well if I get hungry while I'm out. Whew. That's me up. It's so windy today, to be honest. It's taken me an hour to get here. I used to be able to get to the summit, which is another 300-meter climb, in about an hour, so I have a long way to go. Bit disappointed. I thought I would have done better on that, but you got to listen to your body. The good news is that is the climbing over for about another 3 miles, because I'm now on to what's known as the Brandy Pad. Amazing views over the moorings, and this is mostly flat. It averages out pretty flat, even with a bit of downhills. Oh, actually, look, it's opened up. Yeah, Brandy Pad has got some great views. I showed quite a lot of this last week, so I'm not going to show loads of it, so we're just going to have a bit of a montage until I get to the end of the Brandy Pad and then have to start my next series of climbs. So I'll see you around there. I like to refer to this section as the world's most dangerous game of hopscotch. Hoppity, 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 hoppity. Don't twist your ankle and die. Don't twist your ankle and die. Don't twist your ankle and die, or Louise will kill you. Hoppity, 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 scotch. It's quite fun, but one wrong move is a twisted ankle, which is why I'm going to put the camera away now. Because this is one of the spots I damaged ligaments in my left ankle. So, idiot. Oh, this bit's fun. It's just a nice, quick, technical, might wreck your ankles at any moment run, but you can actually run it. Keeps you on your toes. It's enjoyable and a little bit terrifying at the same time. There we go. Hare's Gap. And now I got to start back up 3 mile climb. And based on my performance up that staircase, I'm going to do 4 30-second sprints with 60-second recovery in between. And then after the 4, I'm just going to have a slow walk until I fully recover, and then do another 4. The 3 minutes wasn't quite enough for recovery, and I'd rather be able to do, more of them than try and squeeze a lot in and, make myself give up. Oh, come on. 2 years to decompose, folks. 2 years to decompose. And oh, I'm so tired. Biggest barrier to my recovery, and something I really need to work on, is my sleep, because it is the number one thing when it comes to recovery. I know I should stop eating at 7 p.m, but I don't. I was still having snacks last night at 11. And I know I should put my phone away 2 hours before I go to sleep, but I don't. So I'm not very disciplined when it comes to sleep. And the reason I've been talking about it was I've been procrastinating starting these sprints. Right, I'm going to stop here for a minute until I stop gasping for air, and then I'll do the first set. 2, 1, off we go. 30 seconds. I'm going to try and do these slightly slower than last time. I think I did it too fast. Three, 2, 1. And stop. 60-second recovery, and you know what? You know what these look like by now. I'll check in once I finish these 4. Well, that worked out quite well. First set of 4 got me up the top of that first climb. I think it was a mistake to try and talk between the last set I did. I wasn't getting to recover properly and get my oxygen back. I think that's why I started to feel sick so quickly. So actually vlogging this is detrimental. But yeah, full recovery now. Just a nice walk up into the mist. Oh, it's so peaceful up here, listen. Right, it's peaceful here. It'll get windier as we go up. All right, so you know what this looks like by now. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make my way to the top doing those sprints. I'll stick in a couple of shots, and then once I get to the summit, I'll I'll tell you how it went. Hi sheep! My guts are starting to cramp. I knew I shouldn't have had that fruit platter last night. Okay, I think I've shut everything down. Ow. Ow. Owie. Ow. Ow. This is no longer fun. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Feel a bit wheezy there again. A little bit wobbly. Probably overdid it slightly, so yeah, we're nearly at the summit, but I gotta stop here and top up my tailwind. I got this is a lemon flavor, so just rip that. And what's quite nice is these don't come off, they stay on. A lot of gels, when you rip that top bit, it comes completely off and then they just get discarded all over the course, which I hate to see. So put that in there. Never pour powder in the open air because it'll just get caught by the wind and go absolutely everywhere. Don't need to filter this. This is spring water from deep within the mountain, so it is clean as you can get. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your tailwind. Shake your tailwind. Mmm. Lemony snickets, that's nice. Ah, right. We're nearly at the summit. You know those lemon sherbet sweets? It tastes like that because it's a little bit salty, so it's almost like a lemon sorbet. It's delicious. Right, 2 more sprints to go. I get 2 more sprints to go. I get 2 more sprints. I get 2 more sprints. I get 2 more sprints to go. I can't breathe. Now, this is to be my last sprint, and what an end I shall make of it. Let's put the hammer down. There we go, 30 seconds to the top. The style is part of it. No hands, over we go. There we go. Done. All the climbing done. Oh, right. It's all downhill from here. That guy just stepped in a hole. That guy just ran past me at speed. Right, I'm definitely putting the camera away. I'm going to try and catch him. Bonus section, how to run down a mountain. So this is probably the riskiest part of this run because I am running on lots and lots and lots and lots of rocks. One wrong step here is a broken, sprained ankle. Nearly twisted my ankle there. So what I'm doing when I'm running, I'm like scanning back and forwards. I'm scanning about a couple of meters ahead of my feet, and then I'm scanning about 4 or 5 meters even further up and down the trail, just constantly looking up, looking down. And once you feed that information into your brain, once you get used to it, you don't really have to think about, okay, I'm going to hit that rock, I'm going to hit that rock. Your brain kind of figures it out. Like I'm running at the minute and I'm not actually making a decision where my feet are going to land. My brain is. I'm just looking, providing my brain with the visual information. One thing you do have to consciously do is lift your feet higher than you think you need to. When you run, your body's incredibly efficient and your feet barely skim the ground at times. But when you're going downhill and the ground is uneven, that can mean you can snag your toe and trip. So you need to like consciously lift your feet higher. Once you get into a rhythm, it becomes kind of just instinctual, but it takes quite a bit of practice. There's your bonus. Not pleased, trail runner just went past me on the way up, banana skin in his hand, and I thought, he's gonna chuck that. I hope he's not gonna chuck that. So I turned around, looked up, and the banana skin was no longer in his hand because he chucked it Right here. Lazy Clart. I'm gonna bring it back down you. 2 years to decompose, you banana skin abandoning bandit. So if you find this useful, enjoying it, and you want to support the channel in some way, go and have a look in the description, because I have links to different brands that I like and products I recommend. Some of them I've got discount codes for, so you might be able to get a little bit off. You go check those out in the description. One thing to make clear is I am not a running coach, I'm not a professional. I've been running the mountains for 5 years, and I've been running in general for about 15 years. So all my advice is based on experience. If you want to see more from me, I have another channel, which is Stephen J. Reid, where I make videos about stuff related to the outdoors. There is some running on that channel as well, so if you want a double helping of running on a weekly basis, go and have a look at Stephen J. Reid. But for now, cheerio, I'm about to run down this mountain like a maniac. I'll catch you next time.